Also, as mentioned, this is the last phase. That is, productivity is the last phase. Let me quickly show you what we have done till date so that you get a quick uh, recap of what all was covered and what all tools we have seen. So, to share the screen. Okay. I also want to get a confirmation. Is my voice fine? Because I'm sitting in a different place and
It's not clear.
okay.
Your voice is fine, Reshma. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine now. Great. Okay, great. Thank you, ma'am, for the confirmation. So yes, let's quickly look. So we have covered basics. Yes, we have also seen we've also seen content resource creation and collaboration where we've seen different tools that help us create content. And Alia ma'am, there's echo going on. Maybe you're using speaker or some issue. So when you are unmuting, there's some echo coming up, loud echo. I want to know from the chat box or anybody else can unmute and let me know if my voice is fine. Nidhi ma'am confirmed that for her it's fine. Geetali ma'am, for you,
It's
how is it?
fine. Yeah, Reshma, it's fine for me.
Okay, okay. Alia ma'am, maybe you can I think you have joined from two devices, your laptop and your mobile or something like that. You will have to uh, turn off the speaker for one of the device. So you will have to either turn off or make the speaker zero for laptop or for the phone. For any one of the device, you will have to mute it completely, both the mic and the speaker. Okay. So coming back to yes, we have seen basics. We've seen content source creation and collaboration. Next, we've also completed yesterday communication, where we've seen different ways to communicate. Google Meet for synchronous communication, that is online communication, and for asynchronous, we use Gmail, chat, and groups. We've also seen classroom management using Google Classroom, and assessment management using Google Forms. So the next would be Google Keep, Google Calendar, and Google Tasks. Additionally, you will be getting, as I mentioned, YouTube, Google Earth, and Google Drawings as recordings. We will not be having live sessions, we will be having recording. Again, YouTube, not the whole tool will be covered, because again, it itself is a vast tool, because people have careers based on YouTube, right? So it's a very complex tool. But I'll be doing a simple review or simple recording of how you as a teacher can use it. So this is the pipeline, and this is what we have covered till now. So today would be Google Keep, Google Calendar, and Google Tasks. We'll see how much we can finish, and we will continue it tomorrow. So as mentioned, these are all productivity tools. So first, let's check keep.google.com. As I told you, this works like a virtual sticky note, but does more than a sticky note. So to access, you have to type keep.google.com, or you can also go through the waffle icon. So let me quickly zoom it in so that you can see properly. This is one way to access it. Another way is you can go to the waffle icon, and when you scroll down, you will find keep. Again, this is also yellow like Google Slides and Google Jamboard. The way to find out the icon is you will see a bulb here. So basically, if you have an ideas, you can jot it down. If you want to, it's just giving you hint that this is basically to get ideas of how to organize your work. So two ways, either keep.google.com or from the waffle icon. And this will take you to the keep homepage. So now let's see what are the different things that are there in Google Keep. Since this is a productivity tool and most of us use phone also for our work, so let's say to check emails, to send messages, so we must be using phone as well, right? So it's also a good idea to install this app. It's a free app again from Play Store. You can just install it and you will get the app installed, so that in if you have quick notes to write, it's not mandatory that you always carry your laptop. You might be traveling, you might be doing something, so having it on phone, what it will do is, even if you write your notes or reminders on phone, it will sync it on laptop. Okay, whichever device you have, you can keep writing your sticky notes or keep making notes. So if you are planning to use Google Keep thoroughly, then it's a great idea to have it on your phone as well. So let's look at the UI, that is the home page. This is the home button. Okay, this is the left navigation bar. Again, very simple tool this is. So you have notes, which will show you all the notes that you have been making. So you can see here. Also, it was going to share, as I told you, you can collaborate with others. So if I and Gitali ma'am are working on a project, we both might want to finish off tasks together, so we both can make the sticky notes together. So this is something that I created. You can see here, these are all the others which I and my friends have created. So shared from Afsha Farheen, and these are all the tasks that I have made. So you can see all the notes that I have written. So these are notes. Next is reminders. So to-do list, as I told you, is goal oriented. Basically, to-do list has a deadline. It could be the current day or it could be the next day. We basically create a to-do list with a deadline in our mind. So they have given this opportunity, or they have given this feature where you can add deadline. So you can see August 31st was the reminder about Google Keep. So to-do list: get groceries, correct papers, finish my painting, other things. This deadline was June 23rd. Okay, this was sample. I was just teaching my students. So you can see I have added a deadline, and I can also mark it as done. When I click on mark it as done, that means I have completed this. So if your to-do list or if your notes have a deadline or a task that has to be finished at a particular date, you can add a reminder and give it a date. Once that's done, you can just mark it as done. Next is labels. So again, Google Keep, as I told you, you can add it on your phone and use it from your laptop. Now, if I'm using from my phone, I might be writing personal notes like get groceries, finish the painting, sort my home, or do all these things. So I could have personal tasks, and I could also have school work like correct papers, send mail to principal, train this person. So that could be school work. So like this, I can add labels to it. So you can see GC class about Google Keep, make a YouTube TV or something about a guardian. So I have added some notes related to Google Certified Educator class. School work. So I have school work and read this, it's in process, something something like that. So I have added labels so that I can organize my to-do lists. One to-do list could be my personal work or my personal things that I have to finish. This school work will show me what all school works that are pending. I have to study some 25th chapter. I have to teach numbers topic. Okay. I have to correct papers. Again, read this and reply. It's in process. Follow up. So I have attached a mail. If you can see, this is an attachment. And I have labeled it. Next is edit labels. You can also create labels here. Okay. Next, archive. So old ones, if you want to if you don't want to delete, you just want to hide them or make it inactive, you can archive the notes. Trash is the deleted notes. Automatically in 7 days, it's going to get deleted. So that's about it. We are going to see this features by doing it. Don't worry, but I have explained the purpose of it. Next is search. Search will help you to search with words or search with person or search with title. So you can see as soon as I clicked on search, you get types. Do you want to search for reminders? Do you want to search for lists that you have created, to do lists? Do you want to search for images? Google Keep also has a great feature to draw. Okay, so let's say you want to draw something, or you have a digital pen, and instead of typing and doing all of that, you just want to draw something, you can also draw. You can search using labels. You can search using the words food, movies, music. So people usually have it with like they might write get food or order food or something like that. Watch this movie, clear my playlist. So based on the words and based on the things also, you can find it. Based on people also, you can find it. So if I want to search Afsha ma'am's sticky notes that she has shared with me, I can just click here, and these are all the notes that I have with her, collaborated with her. Okay, so again, it's a very smart feature that will help you to quickly find your notes. I can also color. So I, as a advanced user, would color code it. White would be for my personal work, yellow for school work, this or sorry, orange for school work, yellow for my home tasks, blue for my kids task, or pink for, or maybe blue for my boys, or maybe pink for my girls tasks. So I can color code them accordingly and keep those tasks. So if I want to search for pink tasks, so these are my tasks. Again, a very smart feature that will help you to quickly find your notes. This is the refresh button. Settings, there's nothing much in settings. You can enable dark theme, which will turn this into black page like this. So if you're a person who works in night shift or works usually in dark or in dim lights, you can go for dark theme. If not, you can go for a lighter theme. App downloads, keyboard shortcuts, again you have different shortcuts. If you are going to use it on laptop frequently, then you can learn a few things. So keyboard shortcuts are here. Settings also nothing much. So how many when do you want your reminders to happen? Defaults, you can set it. Do you want to enable sharing or not? Do you want to enable dark theme or not? All those things. Again, not required to touch because it's already optimized for the best use. Okay. I'm again clicking on the home button, and these are the features of Google Keep. So what do we have? We can take notes. That is, you can take notes or create to-do lists, add reminders to them if the task has a deadline, provide labels so that you can segregate your to-do lists or your notes or your personal stuff and school work, whatever it is. You can archive if you want to disable or you want to hide a few uh, notes, you can hide them or you can disable them using archive. And trash is the trash bin, recycle bin. Okay, and search is again smart search, which is going to help you search your notes. Now why they have made this is, if I know the real capacity of Google Keep, you would be seeing, you can see here I have so many notes already made. Like, not, I wouldn't say so many, but fair amount of notes I have. Now I don't have time. If I have been using, or somebody who's more advanced than me or somebody who's more frequent user than me, they would be having a big list of notes. Nobody has the time to, the main thing is to increase your productivity, so they have made it very easy to search for advanced users. Okay, now list view is this. It is going to show me one by one. Grid view is, it's going to make it as small thumbnails and it's going to show it as grid so that you can see many sticky notes at once. Okay, that's about Google Keep. So is everybody clear about the purpose of Google Keep and how and why it is used? Yes, Alia ma'am. Is it okay? I think that's a confirmation. We are going to check how to use and how to create Google Keep notes. Okay. So yes. So I'm going to the home page. I can instantly click here and create a new sticky notes. So title would be running notes about Google Keep. So if you are somebody who takes notes from your webinars or workshops, the workshop will be going on here. Your Google Keep can be open here and you can listen and start taking notes. Okay. Keep is creative productivity. like this. I can keep typing. So this is the title of the sticky notes, and here I'm writing some notes. I can write a paragraph, I can write one after the other, all those things are possible. Okay. Next is reminder. So if I have to come back and finish this notes, or let's say if I have to do a revision of this notes, I can add a reminder. So a reminder later today, tomorrow, next week, or I can also pick a date and time. So let's say I'll pick a date and time at 12:30. Let's say I can edit 12:30 p.m. Okay, this does not repeat. Or I can also, like an alarm, I can choose every day I should get reminded at 12:30 p.m., or every week, that is every Tuesday I should get reminded, or every month 22nd, so March 22nd, April 22nd I should be reminded, or every year I could have a reminder also. So I'm clicking on save. So today at 12:30 p.m. I'm going to get a pop-up saying that running notes. Next is add a collaborator. Let's say I and Nidhi ma'am has to finish this notes together. I can add her as a collaborator. Click on save. So she will get a mail saying that Reshma has saved it. Sorry, shared Google Keep notes with you. Next is color coding option. So you have lots of colors here. I also have some backgrounds. I think these will load soon. So you get backgrounds also. If you want to add background, you can add a background. You can see here rainbow, music, something like that. Or so these are new. These themes that you see on the bottom, these are new. You also have plain colors if you want. You can choose this, or I can also remove the background picture. If you just want pale colors here, you can choose the colors. Again, this is to just categorize and also to make it look good. Next is adding an image. So it need not be always that you want to type. Maybe you want to take a picture of a shoe and just keep it on Google Keep. Later, you want to buy that particular shoe, or return the shoe, or do something. Instead of typing, you can just click pictures and add there. So I'm clicking on add image. Let's say my task is about finishing this particular course. So I'm just adding a picture here. So you can see here exactly 12:30 p.m. I got a reminder. Running notes about Google Keep. Keep is so today 12:30 p.m. I have to finish it. So if you remember, we added a reminder here today 12:30, and I'm getting this notification. I can click on OK. Okay. You can also see here this notification comes up wherever you have kept the Google Keep open. Okay. Now coming back to adding a picture. So you have an option to add a picture. Also, along with adding a picture, you can also draw on that picture. So I'm clicking on edit drawing, create a classroom, finish this. So this could be anything. I can do anything here. So I have a pen and different tools that I can use, highlighter, marker. So let's say I choose this. So again, just like Jamboard, you can scribble stuff and save it. Okay. So I will go back. Or if you're on using it on phone, then you don't have time to type it, right? You can just quickly take a picture and do some drawing on it, or do some calculation, do whatever you want to do, and you can. So I've added picture here. Next is archive it. So adding image is basically selecting any picture. It's going to get uploaded. If you want to edit the picture, you can click on edit drawing, and you can scribble on top of it. You can scribble, do anything that you want. So you have eraser, you have pen, marker, this is highlighter, and rules. You can keep rules so that you can actually write on it. Or dots, if you are a digital artist, dots are useful. square again if you want to do something like a graph or anything. Basically, they've just given for different kinds of users. You can go for run. Okay. Let's close this. So I also got a reminder on the bottom. So you see I got a pop-up and I got a small note here saying that today 12:30 p.m. running notes. So these are about reminders. Since I've marked it as done, it has struck it off. Next one is archive. Archive will help you to hide this. Or once this task is done, instead of deleting it, I could just disable it and hide it. So that is archive. Next, more is deleting the note. You can delete it, add a label. So let's say this is about my schoolwork. I can just click on add label. I can choose the existing label or let's say Canva. I'm creating a new label here. Create Canva. And this will go under Canva label. Okay. Next, oh, sorry. So you can see here, I have Canva here and this is my note. Yeah. Next is add drawing. So if you want to just doodle something, you can click on add drawing and you'll get this white canvas where you can draw or note down something, or you can just show a diagram. What do we say? Flow chart. You can do that. A clear page. So you could say first get the box, fill it, something. Oh, you can draw and keep it. So again, this drawing will be saved in your Google Keep. Next is make a copy. So similarly, if you want to make a duplicate of this to-do tasks, maybe you want to do this next month also. So instead of again typing all the tasks that you have to do, you can just make a copy. You will have a duplicate of it. Show checkboxes. If you want to turn it into a to-do list, you can make it as a checkbox. So you can see keep is about productivity. These all have turned into tasks. Create, of course. Share recordings, posters. So I'm just adding some tasks here. So you can instantly convert any notes into a to-do list. That is checkboxes. If you want to remove the checkboxes, you can do hide checkboxes. If you want to get them back, show checkboxes.
Reshma,
Yes.
you gave us a task in Google Docs. Do you remember that?
Yes. That what I have
You,
done
you
is I have,
used checkbox now. Have you prepared that by using Google Keep?
yes, I have, it's here, right? So
Ah, yeah,
Google
that
Docs is
is.
since you did not know about it, about the Google Keep, I just took a screenshot and shared it with you.
Uh-huh.
I just took a screenshot of this and shared it with you all because at that time you didn't know what is Google Keep and you will be again confused.
Yeah.
The assignment
So this
itself
is
was
meant by using Google Keep, right?
yeah, this was done using Google Keep. So I
Okay.
just took a screenshot and shared it with all of you.
Now, how to take a screenshot?
A snipping
From-
tool. You can
Okay.
use snipping tool and you can take a screenshot, or you can also do print screen and you can take a screenshot.
Where can we find this tool to take
It's on
screenshot?
your, it will be on your laptop. You can just search for snip and you'll get snip and snipping tool.
Snipping tool. Okay, I'll go through that.
It's a great tool again where you can just do like a cropping part and choose whatever you want. Like this.
Okay.
Get it.
Is it inbuilt feature in the laptop?
Yes, for all the windows it's given for free. If not, you will. I think you will find it on the internet also. But otherwise, it's inbuilt. It's for every laptop. It's there. Windows
Okay, I'll
laptop.
go through that.
Okay. So yes, where were we? Canva. Okay. So we have seen how to add these checkboxes and hide checkboxes. Next is a very, I mean, I can say super feature for people who take notes on in diaries or in notes or on paper. If you take notes and you want to convert it into your this thing, what do you say? Convert it into text like this. So you can also do something called as grab image text. What it does is it's going to see the pictures that you have added and it will convert it into normal text. So I can click on grab image text.
I have a lot of habit of taking notes. All the time I pick up my note and start
Yes,
noting.
and later you want to turn it into a document, you
Yeah,
want to make it into something like a digital text.
yeah,
Then
this is very useful feature.
look at this Canva for education. So it has
Yeah.
this small text also. It has grabbed. Next is create a classroom. So it has grabbed create a classroom. Next, all these things, because I have just scribbled something, it has tried to do something, but otherwise you can see things you can do on Canva for education. Now let me show you a good use case. Because I have scribbled on the pictures, it's getting confused, but otherwise, like a decent user, if I add a picture, or this could also be done for you get images, right? Sometimes people forward you images, you want to copy paste only a line from it. So how do you do that? Instead of typing the whole paragraph or just typing it, you can convert it. So let me quickly show that as well. I have found this when I discovered this feature. I really found it really useful. And okay, so let's say this whole thing, this is a picture, but I want to convert this into a normal text where I can just share second question or something like that. So this is a picture, I want to convert this into text. I am clicking on open. Title is homework sheet. This is the homework sheet that I created last year. Okay, word problems and all of that. Now if I want to convert this, because this is again, you cannot do copy paste, you cannot edit it, so this is a picture screenshot basically. Grab image text. Instantly, within a second, you could see everything is converted into text. And I can just copy this. And again, this is computer, right? So you will have to once cross check it. Just cross check it once. Jason went to the mall on Saturday to buy clothes. He paid this on a shirt and this on a shirt. How much money will I can just copy it and paste.
Reshma, can you repeat that step once again? Grabbing the text.
Just click on these three dots, grab image text. That's all. So let me show it for another example. Take a note, that is create a note, add the picture that you have to convert it into text. So I've taken this, click on, or let's take another picture. Okay, this one, activities. So I have to convert this into text. This is a screenshot, but I have to convert it into a text for my students or for my colleagues. I'm clicking on open. So I've uploaded the picture. First step, select the picture and upload it. Then go to the three dots. So it is going to take some time. So since pictures are also there, yeah, you got grab image text. Click on it. Instantly, within 1 or 2 seconds, everything will be converted into text. Whatever it can recognize, it will recognize and convert it into text. So activities. As a class, collect different scaled maps on your local area, compare them, which map. So you can see here. And now if I want to share only first question, I'll just share this first question with my class or in my WhatsApp message, whatever. So that's about grab image text. So this is the best feature of Google Keep, I'd say. Also, we have done this for written notes. So this is Afsha ma'am's written notes. Okay, she has grabbed image as a text. You can see it has also detected Arabic language and converted it. So this was the assignment she has done. She has written it in Arabic here. Okay, she's an Arabic teacher. So you can see it has converted it. Also, you can see here, tongue twister for carnival. Tongue twister for carnival. So her handwriting, as you can see, is like a normal person's handwriting. It's not too neat, it's not too dirty or not too messy. It has easily converted into text. So if you have notes from your diary and you want to share it with your friends, you can't, and you're embarrassed of your handwriting or you don't want to get questions on your handwriting, you can paste it here, convert it into text and share it with your team or anybody. So yes, that's
Rishma,
yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Mr.
So like you've taken, आपने डायरी में कुछ लिखा, then you take a picture of your phone, right?
Picture on your phone, and
And then you transfer it to the computer
yes,
using what? WhatsApp? How do you matlab, or
you could do
email it?
anything. You could do email, you could do WhatsApp, you could do USB, that is connect to USB, or Bluetooth, anything. I mean, there are lots of ways, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
What I do quickly is web WhatsApp. That is simplest.
Yeah,
Or if I
that is
want to
easier.
retain the quality, but the
Hmm.
issue is if I am sharing pictures of me and my family or friends, I wouldn't do it on WhatsApp, because in WhatsApp the picture quality reduces. If I want to maintain the picture quality, then I would mail it. So two ways I usually do is either WhatsApp or mail it, depending upon the picture purpose.
Right. Okay.
Okay, that's one thing. Or Google Drive is also a great feature. Again, you know, it will be present on Google Drive. You can access it from your phone or from laptop. You can quickly upload it on Google Drive and come back here, open it from Google Drive.
Right. Okay.
So that's about grab image text. Next, let's open. After grab image text, you also have an option to copy it into Google Docs. So you could be a user of Google Keep like me, right? And you love it, but others might not know what is Google Keep, and you don't have time to take out time and teach them about Google Keep, or praise Google Keep in front of them. What you could do is you can quickly copy the whole thing into a Google Doc and share it with them with the Google Doc, or download the Google Doc as so con- uh, convert it into Google Doc. Sorry, copy into Google Doc, opening the doc. So the Keep has instantly converted into a Google Doc, which can be shared, which can be published, which can be downloaded. So we know this tool's capability already. So you can see pictures have come up neatly. My drawing, which I drew, the scribbling that I did. And you can see since I've used checkbox list here, it has also converted into this thing. What do we say? Bullet list. So neatly, the heading is here and the tasks are written. Now, if I have to share it as a PDF, I'll just download it and share it. So you can see it has converted the normal task of a sticky notes into everything that a user can imagine. You can add a deadline to it. You can convert your scribble handwriting into a text, which can be copy pasted. And everything that you do can be finally converted into a Google Doc and get a printout, or get it downloaded as a PDF, or share it with others. So that is also possible. So this is the capability of Google Keep. Okay, you can
Uh,
see. Yes.
Reshma, does it recognize mathematical equations also?
I think it will, ma'am. Let's check. Because here, if you can see in my notes that I did just now, we had dollar symbol and other things. So it has taken. I'll see if I have any math. Documents. Okay, I have a math, grade 10 math textbook. Okay. So let's take somewhere if there's any equation. Because again, this is a valid question, because not just math teachers, chemistry teachers, physics teachers might be having. So I have the textbook, but I'm not a teacher. So equations and inequalities will have those kind of symbols, right, ma'am? Or which one? Functions?
Functions, yeah.
Okay, let's go to page 314. Okay, maybe.
Maybe I can find something and send it to you on WhatsApp.
How
And
about this one? This,
yeah, okay.
I'll take a snapshot. Okay. I'm opening Google Keep. Take a note. Insert a picture. I have to first save this. Okay. So I'm uploading an image, desktop, equation, open. No, it hasn't really done it, ma'am. It
Yeah,
couldn't.
it hasn't. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
it has to be smarter to get this.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
So yes, but I think it can detect languages as far as I know. But otherwise, the general words and other things, it can detect nice. So yes, that's about Google Keep. So we've seen how to add a new note, then add what do we say, sticky notes into it, how to convert it into a to-do list by creating checkbox or showing checkboxes, how to insert images, how to insert drawing, and if you insert image and it has any text, you can convert that into a normal text, or if you have handwritten some notes, you can convert it into a normal text. Also, we can add other features, extra features that we have is we can add reminders so that you get a notification. That is reminder notification. You can add collaborators who can edit the note along with you. You can change the color. You can add labels. So all these things are possible with Google Keep. Again, with practice, you will love this. Look, we know the features are great, but unless you keep it into use, it will not be really, uh, useful. So one thing I do is I have it on my phone as well. So if I want to keep it on write my notes on my phone, uh, I'm traveling and I don't have laptop, I can just quickly keep it on my phone. And once I come back on laptop, it will still be here. So it will be on sync. Another great thing that you can do with this thing is, uh,
There is no voice input for the notes, right? You have to
it's
type.
there on phone. It's there on phone now.
Acha. Okay. Okay.
It's
That's
there.
interesting. Okay.
So yeah, I'll share a screenshot where you have the voice button, mic button. You just have to click on it and you can take voice notes also. I want to okay. All right. So there is also an extension for Google Keep where if you are opening a web page and you want to have a shortcut of it on your Google Keep, you can do so. Do a right click, save to keep. Okay, so this one, I'm just doing some research, I'm browsing something, and I want to later make a study on it and make some notes, or later I want to come back to this. Okay, or let's say I'm making a summer camp poster or summer camp book. I can save to keep. Now what will happen is when I go to Google Keep, I can also take a note. Okay, so use these clip arts in your ebook. So I can give it a title saying that clip art site. Saved. Okay, this is done. Now when I refresh my Google Keep, or when I open my Google Keep and come back, I will have it here. Where is it? So you can see clip art site. The link is saved. The instruction is saved. I can also see a small this thing. What do I say? A small preview. If I have to go to the link, I'll just click here and it will take me to that site. So this is like a small bookmarking feature which you can do. For this, you have to have an extension. I think yes, Google Keep Chrome extension. What this extension does is you can instantly save. So in bookmark, you can only give title, right? You can't add notes. Where if you are doing any research and you are trying to do some tasks on, or you are trying to make some notes, you find a good website. So let's say this is a website that I am viewing, Google Workspace for Education Core in Additional Services. Later, I want to come back and study about it, or I'm studying this and I have some notes to write about it. So I can click on save to keep. You'll see a small thing coming up. I can take notes. I'm studying this as well as taking notes. So this is a great site to know about features and services. Okay, I can also add notes. 1, 2. I can also add title notes about Google Workspace. That's all done. It is saving. Now when I open Google Keep, you will see notes about Google Workspace. I did not even refresh this time. It's that fast in syncing. So this is a great site to know. Next time when I come back and next time when I want to again learn about Google Workspace, I will have these notes ready. Okay. So if you are someone who does research and you are studying something or you are working on some research, you can, instead of having notes beside you, you can just click on save it to keep and make notes on the top right corner. Okay, that's another great thing. But for that, you will have to have an extension called as Google Keep Chrome extension. All you have to do is right click, save to keep. Okay, and you can see some examples that I have here is same thing. So I have saved a YouTube video here. Here. This 5 tips for creating something, 5 tips to create some awesome resources for your class. Like this 10 basic Google, and I've given a note saying that read this. So that's about saving your web pages in your Google Keep. Again, a smart feature which will help you to make notes of your studies or your research or whatever. So that's about Google Keep. Any doubts in Google Keep? So even though it just looks like a sticky notes app, but it has lots of features beneath it. And it's not compulsory that you have to master these features as soon as you start using Google Keep. You could use it just for creating some notes or just for storing some pictures and converting the text. Later on, once you keep using it, you can go for the advanced features as well. Another great thing that you can do is, let's say this is a very important note and it has to come on top. I can pin it, it will be on top. So you can see these two I have pinned it. So that's why the pinned notes will be on the top. Just like you pin it on your softboard in your classroom or near your desktop or wherever it is workspace, you just pin the important ones on the top, right? So the same thing. Any doubts? If not, we have a little tool, a very small tool known as Google Tasks, which we'll be looking at now. It will take around 5 or 10 minutes, that's all. Any doubt? All right. Or you could just type clear in the chat box so that I can take it as a confirmation and go to Google Tasks. If you're clear with it, you can just type clear. Okay, Ms. Nidhi says clear. Others? Hafsa ma'am, Geetali ma'am, Alia ma'am, Rita ma'am. Did you understand the basics of Google Keep? At least you don't have to master the advanced features. Slowly you can work on it. But first, at least understand how to create a Google Keep notes, basic notes. All right. Okay. I'll just go to the next tool, which is called as Google Tasks. Now, when I hear the word tasks, I know that it's basically the tasks that are to be completed. So it is a very small and simple tool. You can have it on your phone as well as use it from your laptop again. So it doesn't have a specific website for it, but it's integrated with Google Mail and Google Calendar. So let me show it to you. If I open mail.google.com, I missed the beginning, so we'll go through the recording first. All right. All right, Rita ma'am. But were you able to understand the features that I explained once you joined? Because initially we just were discussing about the use case, the course structure that's pending and that has been completed. So
So I could make out I could make out certain things, but I'll have to go through, and then only I can say whether I got it or not.
true. Okay, great. All right. Thank you, ma'am. So, if you have been looking at Google Mail and Google Calendar or tools of that sort, you'll always see these 4 options on the right hand corner. Let me also show it for Google Calendar. You can see for both Google Mail, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 things on the right side, and for Google Calendar also you have 4 things. Let's see if we have it for docs as well. Not sure. We don't have for this, but yes, for tools like mail and calendar, we might have some. I have this email. Okay, it says creativity in the classroom, and it's like a design challenge which I can enter. So if I want to convert this into a task, or let's say I have some tasks related to it. So I'm reading an email. So this is like a real life scenario. Your boss has sent you an email saying that next week we have a design challenge. You have to create a poster. Okay. Now, just by looking at the email, we get so many thoughts. Okay, first I have to think of the color codes or the color of the theme. Then I have to design it. Then I have to share it with this person and get approval. And then finally I have to submit it to Canva. So these 4 tasks instantly as I see the email, I'm getting it in my mind. Okay. To not lose these thoughts or to not lose these ideas, they have given something called as tasks. I can quickly open tasks and start writing. Saying that add a task. Okay, Canva challenge. And I can write the details saying that, okay, finish this Canva challenge. Okay, I'll add one more task saying that, what do we say? See, I lost the thoughts already. Choose color of the theme. Then I have to design using Canva. Then I have to send for approval. Then I have to finally upload it for the design challenge. So as I read this email, I know that I have these tasks to finish, right? So I have added these tasks separately and I can just close it. So again, this is a productivity tool which will help you to keep your thoughts or instantly save your thoughts. When do we get these thoughts? When some task or when we read about some task or we read about some event or we read about some mail or we read a mail that has come from a certain person. So they have given these this tool called as tasks in Google Mail as well as in Google Calendar. So let's say you open your calendar. So this is another use case scenario. This is my calendar. Okay. Oh, I have this about, I have this event with Talat ma'am. Okay. So instantly after looking at this event, I also have an event with Alia ma'am. Okay. So what I do is I'll again quickly open tasks and I will add a task saying that meeting with Alia ma'am. Here I can also add extra details saying that, okay, share notes with her and explain the goal. So this is my cue or clues, and the date and time I can choose it. It is at 1 to 2 p.m. I can just choose the date, set time 1 p.m. and click on OK. The same thing I can do with Talat ma'am as well. Now, so what I have done basically here is I as a teacher. So this I'm showing as a general user or like a person who's working in corporate life. How do I do or how do I use it as a teacher? So you must be getting emails from your principal or from your admin or from your students if you want to instantly share it, save it as a task, saying that I have to finish this. You can just click on tasks. So this is another case. So Maria ma'am has submitted something. I have to correct it. I haven't corrected it yet. I can drag and drop it here. Oh, did I? Think I did not do it properly. Yeah. So you can see she has shared this with me. Watch 5 Google sheet tips to every user should know. I have added it as a task so that whenever I open a task, I know that I have to finish this conversation. I'll also copy this and keep it here. The next one, she submitted a task Google Sheets. I have to finish it. So if I maintain tasks list like this, I can keep a track of what are pending, and once I finish it, I can also tick it, saying that okay, this is completed. And once I finish her correction of her Google Sheets task, I can just tick it and finish it. So if I maintain this, I will have a track of what are pending. Also, I did not do much here. I just opened the mail and dragged and dropped it. So Alia ma'am's mail. So let's say I want to create a task on it so that I can finish this or read her conversation. You can see this email link is also here. If I want to click here, the email will open. So this is one real life scenario. And this task is a separate app on your phone. So if I have to see or if I have to write down my to-do list in my phone, I can quickly open Google Tasks, enter it. I will also find it on my laptop. So it is again syncing, just like Google Keep, it is syncing. Okay, that's about one thing. Another thing that you can do is just drag. I think this cannot be dragged, but I can just click on add a task and give date and time and write something about it. Okay, so that is about maintaining tasks or maintaining a to-do list in your task. Okay, now there is also a scenario where a task can have subtasks. If I have to buy groceries, first I have to schedule my ride, my Ola ride, right? Also, I have to make sure I have the change. If I'm going to the market, I will have to make sure I have the change and I keep the change in my purse. So now, and it's altogether a separate task. It doesn't come under my work list, right? I cannot include this with my work along with this corrections that I have and the designing that I should do. I shouldn't actually ideally add my grocery shopping tasks. So I can create a separate list here. So you can see here, these are my list. Shopping list, annual day shopping, sample, my tasks. I want to create a new list or a new set of tasks where I have to do grocery shopping or go to the market. Let's say go to the market. Create new list. Go to the market. Click on done. Now I'm adding a task saying that keep change or let's say buy vegetables. Okay. This is my task. I can do here, I can click on the 3 dots, add a subtask. So if I have to buy vegetables, I have to carry, cover or bag. I have to carry change, keep change in the purse. Another subtask is, what else should I do? Grocery list or make a list. Make a list of vegetables that I want. Make a list of veggies. Okay. So if I have to finish this task, I have these subtasks. Once I finish making the list of veggies, then I finish keeping the change in my purse. I also keep the cover. I go to the market. Oh, I also had one more task, book a ride. Once this is also done, finally, once I purchase the veggies, I can also finish this. So I have completed this task. Okay. So go to the market. I have completed 5 tasks. So what we have learned now is how to create a separate list of tasks. So this is the list. Go to the market is the separate list. Inside that we have added a task, and under the task we have added subtasks. So like this, there is a hello list that I have. So I can switch to it. No tasks. And I have completed something in the past. Reshma's notes, invitation to edit. Okay. Shopping list. So groceries, wheat. Then I have annual day shopping. So costumes, invitation cards, buy props. Sample, the one that we saw. Okay. Next, finally, we also see go to the market. So 5 are completed. So these are the completed tasks. That's about tasks. And again, this doesn't have a separate tool. It has integrated with Google Mail and Google Calendar. You can see you can also find the go to the market from Google Mail as well. The same tasks, that is the same lists, can be accessed from Google Mail and Google Calendar, and it can be installed on your phone as a separate app. So let's say you are traveling and you want to keep the to-do list in your phone, you can just have it on Google Tasks app on your phone. So yes, that's about the 2 things that are there. One is Google Keep, which is an advanced to-do list, I can say, where it has features of collaborating, features of adding pictures, converting the text in the pictures, and then color coding it, giving it a theme, all of these labels and other things. Google Tasks is a very simple tool. It's just to-do list, where you can have different lists for different purposes, add tasks and subtasks. Along with this, you can drag and drop emails. So if you are maintaining a to-do list for your work, you can drop all the work-related emails and create them as a task. You can also add details and date and time. So these are 2 tools. Tomorrow we will be looking at Google Calendar, which has options to create events, invite guests, make recurring events, all these things. Create different calendars for different purposes. Yes. Any doubts? Some of you have joined at 12:21, I think. We started the class at around 12:10. So you have missed around 10 minutes only. So you can just go through the recording and see the missed part. Yes. Any doubts? I'd just like to take inputs from each one of you so that I can understand if what do I say?
Yeah, very well features. Google Keep, Google Task, good features.
Okay.
I
So,
maintain, multiple books which are filled with manual notes and all, but I find this Google Keep and Task very useful for us.
okay, great. So what are you waiting to use? So what are you going to use?
I
Ma'am?
can, add multiple tasks. I every day keep on adding notes, manual notes.
Okay,
So I can use this Google Keep perfectly.
great. Thank you, Alia ma'am, for your input. Next is Geetali ma'am. What is one takeaway from this class? We have seen Google Keep and Google Tasks, right? What is one thing that you think you can take away, or maybe use it in future? Geetali ma'am. This question is going to be common. So, what is one tool, or sorry, one thing that you're going to use from these tools? Maybe now, or maybe in the future, or one feature that you really like that maybe you will use it in the
Google
future,
Keep.
or
Google Keep.
And Hafsa ma'am, Nidhi ma'am, you can unmute. You can just unmute and share your input.
Yeah, Google Keep is really useful. Especially with us maths teachers, I think, a lot of times we do difficult problems, solve them, which is not possible to do, on the computer, right on the computer, and then you want to save the solution. So I can just take an image and save it. So many uses I can think of for Keep.
Yes.
Um,
Great.
so yeah, it's very useful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nitin ma'am. Rita ma'am, what about you? How are you going to use it, or what is one takeaway from these two tools?
Yeah, Google knows good thing to keep your the task to do. It's an interesting thing how easily you can make notes and save them. Which are easily approachable.
Great. And Hafsa ma'am, you there?
Yes, actually, I was using that Keep in my phone for my school, college stuff, and all.
Oh,
It's very
great.
useful for me, and I didn't know about the computer laptop. We can use it, so now I know.
Great.
So
So you're already an existing user and you've been
yeah,
using this tool. Great.
the Keep thing I used in my phone, and now I know that how to use in laptop, so I can use it. It's very handy, I guess.
Yes, true. So,
Thank
great.
you.
So thanks for your input, Hafsa ma'am. So yes, now that we've explored all the all the capabilities and capacity of the tool, we can use it according to our needs. So me, I have installed an extension because I do a lot of study, or I save the notes, or I save the, what do we say? Uh, I want to write notes about a particular website. I can do it using the Keep extension. So I just do a right click, save to Keep, and write a little notes about a particular website. Again, grabbing image text, like if like just like me, Alia ma'am also makes a lot of handwritten notes, so we could use grab image text and instantly convert all the handwritten notes into normal text and share it with our friends, colleagues, and others, right? So yeah, that's all about today's class. So we have seen these two tools, and tomorrow we
Google
will
had
be
new things, but now I came across all things. I was not aware of all these things, technological developments and all.
Yes, so actually they've done a lot of hard work and they have provided all these tools for free actually, so that
Yeah,
they're trying to make the world a better place using
yeah,
technology. Better
definitely.
and
Google
easy.
is helping a lot,
Yes,
especially for teachers.
true. So
Yeah, thank you for
thank you
inviting
for
me.
your inputs, and thanks. That's all for today, and we'll be meeting tomorrow.
What about
Uh,
the Google Educator Certificate? Um,
Yes. So again, tomorrow we will be finishing our curriculum, and later this week you'll also be getting extra recordings of the tools that are pending. That is not pending actually; those are extra tools: YouTube, Google Earth, and Google Drawings. After that, you will be given this. Where is it? You will be given access to a site that is Prep Club, GCE, where you can do revision of all the things that we have learned. And about the certification, many of you had a break in between, or some of you have tasks, or even or whatever it is, school responsibilities. So choosing the date is up to you. Choosing the date and registering to you. Whenever you register or whenever you plan to register, make sure you let me know at least 1 week in advance, so that we can plan a mock test. So regarding the exam curriculum, we are anyways covering most 90% of the curriculum is already covered. Okay. So even if you take exam instantly, mostly you will be able to clear it, given that you have practiced. Okay. If you have practiced and you've been using it, then you can instantly give the exam. But
Reshma,
if you were traveling in between and had some breaks, you can take out time. You can take whenever it is possible. You can practice all the tools and then register for exam. I
yeah,
so
Reshma, I have
yes,
few doubts.
ma'am.
So, can we have a separate session on clearing all those doubts?
We are going to have it. We are going
Yeah.
to have
I have few small doubts regarding Google Slides and
it.
Excel
Mostly
sheets.
it would be Thursday, ma'am, because tomorrow we will be finishing the curriculum, right? So
Okay.
Thursday, anyways, inshallah, we will the class will not have any topics to cover, so it would be the Q&A.
Yeah,
And
inshallah.
also we will be in touch in the WhatsApp group, and I'll still be sharing YouTube videos and
And one
everything
more
on
thing,
that.
Reshma, after completion of the course, can we access the YouTube videos, recorded
Of course,
videos?
yes. I actually have, the first batch was last year in May, so they still have the access to their recording. So you will have the access to recordings.
Yeah,
No
thank you
issues
for
about that. You have up to a year or so, more than a year.
that. Yeah, that would be helpful for us in the future if you want
Yes.
to once again listen to your recordings.
So yes, again, you will also be given access to this level 1 prep club, where on homepage you have certified educators share their tips. So people who
Okay.
have given their exam, they have created videos and boot camps to help other
Okay.
educators. So you can
Can
click
we access this?
once the curriculum finishes, you get this map. You'll get this.
Okay.
Again, this is a private website, so
Mm-hmm.
only my students will be able to access it. So I will be adding you, so you
Mm-hmm.
can see boot camps. So these are, people who are more, I mean, bigger experts than me.
That would be helpful for us if we
So
can
yes,
access
so you can
this.
see they are around the world. So this is from South Louisiana, and this
Okay.
is, I think, from America, South America or North America. I'm not sure. So
Mm-hmm.
different educators, they are sharing their tips. They are sharing some videos. So
Yeah.
these are again long
Reshma,
videos
yeah,
to
you
understand.
told yesterday that there are some Google batches, Google groups actually.
Hmm.
So can we join those groups?
No, no. That groups that I showed you are only for trainers, and Google, the team of Google will add you. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
option to join it. Only once you
Okay.
have cleared level 1, level 2, and you become a trainer, they add
Mm-hmm.
you so that you can contact other trainers as well.
Okay.
But we have something called as GEG groups, GEG Delhi and GEG Hyderabad. There you can join. I'll share the link, or I'll ask the admins to add you. They conduct some free trainings. They conduct
Mm-hmm.
some, not just on Google tools, but other tools also. It's like a group
Yeah,
where
I
you can
wanted to
share.
join those groups.
Okay, we have 2 WhatsApp groups. I'll just
Mhm.
ask the admins and see if there are any empty spots, and you
Yeah,
can. Yeah.
so that I can learn many things, from the Google sites.
So these are the boot camps. We also have Indian boot camps where Indian experts have shared their
Mhm.
tips. Next is day wise. I have created a list of, so let's say by spending 45 to 1 hour a day, you can have a 15-day revision and then take the test. Let's say you're busy now. You want to take the exam in June. Okay. From May 15th to May 31st, you can follow this day wise schedule. Day 1, you can do this, day 2. So I've prepared a list. Day 10, you have to do these activities. So how can you go about the revision is this. So this is the list regarding that. And on the 15th day, you can take a mock test. How? You can just contact me. I'm given my email ID and schedule a mock test. This is the checklist or revision schedule. In practice material, you'll find a game which not me, but the Google team has created this game. You can play this game and practice it. So this is again a revision game. Another thing that you will find here is these are our recorded lessons and support material. The private YouTube, we have these private YouTube videos, right? You can find them here or on the Google Classroom. Anywhere you can access it. Skillshop is again created by Google team, which will share the theory. So I've been talking a lot, right? All that, those things and other things are present here. You will have to log in and take
Mhm.
some quizzes. So again, these are not compulsory. We have covered everything in the course because I was explaining the use case. I was explaining how can teachers use, how can this each feature, how can it be used in different ways. I've been speaking and explaining. So these are some additional support materials that you can go through, not just for exam but also for building your skills. Because not just I'm not the expert here, only expert here, right? The whole world is using Google Workspace, and there are a lot of experts from different countries and different places. So I know that there are different experts, and my students should also be able to take benefit of that knowledge. So I have kept all the links here. Again, step-by-step registration guide is also there, how to register for the exam. Whenever you are ready for the exam, you can follow this guide and register for the exam.
Do we have this exam for 3 hours, Reshma?
Yeah, the exam is for 3 hours.
So is it complete practical online, no theoretical?
Theory is just 30%, I'd say 30 or 40%. Basic
Theory in the sense, what do we need to do in that?
theory is like if I ask you, okay, I can give you a scenario that Mr. Smith wants to conduct a or meet with his colleagues to discuss about the upcoming annual day event. How he wants to speak with them and also chat with them at the same time. Which tool do you think he should use? Google Meet, Google Mail, Google Keep. So
Okay.
things like that. So they are testing your fundamental knowledge on whether you know which tool to use, whether you know which feature to
So
use.
is it in the form of MCQs?
MCQs, drag and drop, matching, all those.
Okay.
You will be given enough instructions. So the exam is in such a way that it's an online exam, okay, and it is again
Do we have to pay any money
yes,
for the
and
registration?
yes, $10, which is again 700 to 800 rupees. You will have
Okay.
to pay to Google, not to me, but you have to pay it to Google. And once you pay it, you will be given a link. So also time frame. So you will be given up to 6 days. Within 6 days, you have to launch your exam and finish it. If not, your money will go waste. Okay.
So do you think that this exam is mandatory for us to attend?
I
mean,
won't say it's mandatory, but it is going to add credibility. Now, if you say that I have learned about these 20 tools
yeah.
from Reshma, she's a certified trainer, and I know these skills. So you are just telling them, okay? They have to ask you questions to check whether or not you know it really or you're faking or not. They have to ask you questions and
Yeah.
test you. But if you just
Attending
say
the
that,
test is much more beneficial, I
yes,
think.
if you get a Google certified level 1 exam, you don't even have to tell or explain that no, I know it. It's like a credibility, or it's like an instant certification that you are a techie teacher. That means you as a teacher know how to use technology in classroom. So your school people or your interviewer will not judge, will not have to take an extra step to judge you or test you. It's instantly there. Google itself is certifying you that you know Google tools. So
Yeah,
let me also
definitely.
quickly show you the certificate, how it's going to look like. Maybe it could be of, uh, an inspiration, or let's say you get an idea of how it looks like. Mm. This is how you are going to. Yeah. This is the certificate you're going to get. This is
Okay.
directly from Google. So it says
Okay.
Google Certified Level 1, your name will be here, and the reason for demonstrating fundamental knowledge, skills, and competences needed to implement Google for Education. And it will be valid for 3 years. So within these 3 years, whenever you apply the job, even if the certificate expires, they'll know that at this point of time you have already learned it, right?
Yeah.
Level 1, and you get level 2 also if you finish level 2. So you get certificates basically from Google if you finish that exam.
Yeah. Thank you, Reshma.
Thank you. Any other doubts?
No.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, tomorrow, inshallah.
Thank you, Reshma.
Thank you, Hafsa ma'am. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Numbers, names also homework